Hi, welcome to the last video in the video series. So first off, today we're going to talk about in our last video about metabolic flexibility and what that means and what does metabolic inflexibility mean. So first we have to talk about the order of burn, or what order do we burn our macromolecules in. So first it's going to be carbohydrates, and then it's going to be fats, and third is proteins, and we really don't want to be burning proteins. If you're burning proteins and your muscle, that means you're probably metabolically flexible and glucose dependent. But let's review this slide a little bit. So remember what we talked about in someone who's a diabetic like you have your insulin receptors who are damaged, and insulin will not bind, and that causes glucose to stay in the blood. Well, when glucose is in the blood, fat can't be burned. So this is called metabolic inflexibility, because you're stuck in this top loop of insulin being made and blood sugar not being able to go down as easy. So you're constantly burning glucose because it's slowly leaking in, but you never get to that fat burning stage because you either keep eating or your insulin is not working enough to clear the blood the your sugar out of the blood, sorry. But however, in a metabolic flexible person, they eat a meal, the insulin's made, and the receptors are actually able to take in the glucose normally, and they're sensitive to this insulin. So glucose goes in and it's burned. And then after a few hours, after 4 hours, they're fasted and they need their blood sugar is decreased. So they actually are able to burn fat as fuel now. So when their fats burn as fuel, their blood sugar goes up, and you're in the cycle until you eat carbs again, and you're actually able to take from your fat stores. But if you're not flexible, if you're metabolically inflexible, you stay in this top loop. And this is important because as we talked about in our videos before, when insulin's present constantly, it causes cholesterol to be made. It keeps your blood sugar high. You're not able to burn fat as fuel. More visceral fat will be stored around your organs, which is not good. But in metabolic flexible people, you want to get to this stage. You want to be able to become more insulin sensitive. How can you do this? Well, fast between your meals. Make sure you're not eating a lot of carbohydrates. Making sure you're healing these receptors by producing ketones and keeping your carbs low in your meals, and again, just fasting between meals instead of constantly snacking and eating carbohydrates. So thank you for listening, and I hope this video series was informative to you. And again, just really, I want to emphasize being able to switch between the the fed and fasted states of burning glucose as fuel and burning fat as fuel, and that'll be your key to become, more insulin sensitive and more metabolic flexible. Thank you. Bye.